What's going on, people? So again, you joined me at my desk for a couple of reasons. I have a lot that I want to cover within this video. There's a lot that I want to talk about when it comes to the driving impressions of these coilovers, why I purchased it, and essentially things that I may have missed out on the installation video. If you haven't seen that, then by all means go through the channel and check that out, just in case you wanted advice or tips, that sort of thing. So things that I did miss out in the first video is A, the reasons why I bought them. I was recommended by 3 people to purchase these. 2 people had them on their car for years on end, and the other one is the sales manager. I don't know if he's still there, Jamie from TDI North. When I went and had my fast road setup done on my lowering springs, he essentially said the best coilovers you can get for an FN2 that aren't like proper competition ones for the road were the TEIN ones. And I already had TEIN springs as well, which was another reason, so I just thought to myself, okay, the springs were amazing in the time that I had them. No faults, no snapping, nothing like that. Great comfort, and £150, bargain. I was like, okay, fine, let me do the coilovers. And my other 2 friends that had them on their FN2, they had them for years. No problems, no issues, nothing like that at all. So yeah, I mean, it was essentially as a slam dunk. Not necessarily a slam dunk on the wallet. They are not the cheapest of coilovers you could pick. The cheapest ones are the yellow speed. Let me correct myself. The ones that people usually go for are yellow speed coilovers, BC Racing coilovers, and Meister R. Now, I believe the Meister R and the TEINs are similarly priced. And again, correct me in the comments with pricing and things like this. This is just from the research I've done. Yeah, the Meister R's and the TEINs are similarly priced, although the TEINs are still more expensive. And then you've got like a little bit of a gap, and you've got BC Racing and Yellow Speed there. But I just wanted to stick with a brand that I knew, and also the recommendations I had. That simple. With that being said, let's talk about the practicality or the comfort of the coilovers. I only do road driving in this car right now, in this lifetime as it is, and I haven't done any track driving. I haven't done anything like that at all, not yet. But it was getting to the point. It's getting to the point where I think I might have to try that, because and I'm going off on a tangent here, just simply because of the way it makes you feel when you're driving it. That like it does transform the car. People have always said coilovers transform FN2s, and they really are not lying at all. But from a comfort point of view, I digress. Old man brain. They are very comfortable. It absorbs bumps a lot better than springs do. Springs on standard shocks, and bearing in mind my shocks were not shot. My shock absorbers were barely a year old as of the point of me changing them, right? So, and that's front shock I'm talking about mainly. There you go. They absorb bumps well, but there's always it's like a hangover of the bump, and not only that, there's such a harshness of it. Whereas with coilovers, you take the bump, boom, that's it. Like it's just taking it and gone. With springs, I find that it's just the impact just lingers a bit more. You really there isn't much absorbed. It doesn't absorb the bump or the harshness of the bump, should I say. Coilovers 100% do. I'll tell you this, my mum hates being in my car because of how harsh it is. And when I had the coilovers in, she genuinely didn't. She was asking me if I had a refresh of the suspension, or maybe if my suspension was broken before. That much of a difference. And this is a woman that has absolutely no clue about cars. I'm so glad she doesn't watch these videos, but yeah, anyway, from that point of view, it's good. Now, do not get me wrong, don't twist my words, okay? This car is still going to be firm. Okay, you can't do anything about it. It's definitely going to be firm, even if you put it on its softer setting, which the rear is on my car. It's still a firm ride. But you don't buy a car like this to ride soft. You don't. Nah, that sounds hella sus. You don't get a car like that for comfort from that side of things. Essentially, it's the best of both worlds. You want balance and firmness, especially when it comes to the cornering. And again, I'll get onto that. But that is, yeah. Now let's get onto performance. Now let me kind of get in closer with you here, alright? And I'm gonna look you in the eye. This has been one of the best. There's only one more mod that I can look you in the face and look you in the eye and tell you was better value for money than the coilovers were. Bearing in mind, the coilovers were probably about 80%, 90% more money. Yeah, they're that good. Now, weirdness over. They are awesome. When I'm talking about roundabouts, and I'm talking about B-road corners, and I'm talking about just sheer capability. Imagine the ceiling with the lowering springs and the fast road setup and good tires is about here. Coilovers, right? Without coilovers is about here, and that's without a fast road setup. That's still with decent tires, no fast road setup, right? I've literally just installed it on my driveway. Here's what it is out of the box. I've only adjusted the softness at the rear, right? And that's it. I have to refigure out what the limit is, and again without an alignment. Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. You feel so much more of the road, and the quickness of your turning in, right? How immediate it is something to behold. I'll say it like this: if you haven't driven a car with coilovers and you're contemplating thinking about it, right? If you know anyone that has an FN2 with coilovers, or even just a car with coilovers, actually no, scratch that, an FN2 with coilovers, try and find someone just to take you out in it, and I guarantee your mind will be made up just like that. Guaranteed. You can adjust the ride height. Within reason, you can adjust the firmness and all of that stuff, but yeah, it's worth saving up for sure, you know. And I've always heard good things about the longevity of these coilovers. One of my friends that has an FN2, the one that I recorded a non-LSD versus LSD and comparison video with many moons ago. From what I can understand, he still has them on his car, and he's had them on his car for a while, no problems. And my other friend, who had his FN2 for about 3 years, bought his coilovers second hand, and they were absolutely fine even till now. So yeah, I can't begin to tell you about the grip, right? There are corners, okay, let me admit my my little hooligan side of me, right? There are corners in which I have thrown my car around and felt tire squeal and heard it. Sorry, I've heard tire squeal, right? And with the coilovers, nothing. And genuinely, it's just holding on. It is just holding on. Yeah. I love them. I absolutely love it. Like, it's by far one of the best upgrades I've done to that car. By far. I couldn't rate them enough at all. I'll do a separate video really comparing coilovers to lowering springs, and I really can do that because I've had the same car with lowering springs and coilovers, both of them brand new, same brand, and I can tell you which is which, what the pros and cons are for both. And I'll do that, and I'll generally do another video delving into that as much as I possibly can. But yeah, it's just amazing. I will say right now, I am loving driving this thing. It's I can't wait to drive it. That's it. And I can't wait. I've got another mod coming up from a handling point of view, which I'm not gonna say. I'm just gonna wait for that to be a video as and when it happens. But once that mod is done, I'm then gonna get a wheel alignment, and I'm gonna do a post wheel alignment video as well. I know I seem like a video or someone that's like just trying to make videos for the sake of it, but I'm genuinely not. Right now, I'm reporting everything that I have done to my car, everything that people could possibly want to do to that car. I'm giving you my mind on it. That's literally as much as I can do. And I'll continue to do that as much as you want me to. So yeah, if there's any questions in regards to the coilovers, and I genuinely mean anything at all, even if you want me to like share photos or anything like that with you, let me know. My email's always in the description. I'm always up for discussions about cars, man. I can talk about cars all day, hence me being on YouTube. And yeah, I love that car right now. I loved it before. I've got more love now, more love. Like, I want to say it's creepy, but then I ain't out here having relations with my car. I'm good. But I love it. I really do. So yeah. And with that being said, thank you for watching both parts. If you haven't seen both parts, I'll link it at the end of the video, or I'll try and put it in the pop-up. I don't even know what side it goes. You know, I'll just put it in the description. Yeah, I'll link it in the description. Watch the installation video if you're interested in it. And yeah, and also shout out to Dino Days for supplying the coilovers at essentially the best price I could find it anywhere near. There are cheap ones on eBay, but if you're parting with that much money, I'm trying to buy it from someone that's legit. So yeah, thank you. And yeah,